Morning everyone, welcome back to the shed. I hope you're well today. This is a little video that I've created for my nephew James. James collects Nerf guns, and he asked me a couple of months ago if I'd paint one for him. Him and his family are going to Australia next week to live, so he asked me if I would take one of the guns from his collection and I would repaint it using some of the ideas that he had for this particular gun. So I said, yeah, that's fine, do that, no problem at all. So this is the result of that. This is James's Nerf gun that I've repainted for him. He was really specific in what he wanted for this. He said, I want some Arctic camouflage putting on this. I don't want it to look like a weapon that a Space Marine would carry. So can you paint it in Arctic colours? And I said, yeah, that's fine, we'll do that, no problem at all. Before I began, I checked out some of the online videos on this, and I realised that certain things had to be left alone. So the muzzle, for instance, needed to be left in orange. So while I was doing that, I left the grip in plastic, masked all this off. So you can see that the trigger's in orange, the grip is in this sort of grey beige plastic, and the muzzle's left as it was. The rest of it I base coated in car paint. I used satin black car paint on this. Took the magazine away, took the sight away, and then just sprayed it black over everything, left it to dry for a few hours, and then everything else that's on here was airbrushed using the Booth and Tamiya paints. I masked off certain areas. I masked off the black around the sight. It creates this idea of rubberized plastic, and it looks really realistic. I'm really happy with that. Sprayed it in shades of green and shades of grey. The magazine itself, this was left almost in black, but I rubbed it with graphite, and then using a sponge I added some chips of metallic paint so it looks like it's worn. It's kind of a cool thing, it's kind of a cool project. It was a really fun thing to do over a day. It was a sunny day, so I was able to do all of the spraying outside. The airbrushing I did inside the workshop in the spray booth as normal. It's a good project if you fancy something that's a little bit different from your normal models. Now that it's done, I'll hand it over to James later on today, but before we do that, I've created a little video that I hope he'll like and I hope you like. I collected some photographs that I took of this while I was painting it, and I've collated them all together into the next sort of few minutes, so you'll see some of the steps that I took to paint this last Wednesday. The images are not, in detail. It's not every single thing I did, but I think it'll give you a fair idea of how to go about repainting one of these guns. What I like about it is it creates something that's unique. James will be able to take this away over the next week or so. He'll have it in Australia when all of their belongings finally arrive, and he'll have something that's different from all of his friends, that he'll no doubt make while he's out there. I like the results. I quite fancy doing another one actually. I love the idea of a steampunk gun that's painted in shades of metal with brass and copper fittings, that kind of thing. I hope he likes it. I hope you like seeing what I've done with this, and maybe at some point in the future I'll think of doing another one. Thanks very much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again very soon. Cheers, bye now. So this is the time when I hand the gun over to my nephew James, who's here looking all little. He's very excited by the idea of this. Okay, so he hasn't seen it yet, I don't think. He might have seen a picture actually. Have you seen a picture? Be honest.
I think.
He's seen a picture. Okay, so I'm going to hand the gun over and then see what James thinks of it. Ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, is this actually real?
So what do you think? Are those the colours you wanted?
That is amazing.
So is that good?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll fit in your luggage?
Definitely.
Definitely.
That
Okay.
is awesome.
So what I'll do
Exactly
is,
what I had in mind.
so when you get it there, okay, when you get to over to Australia, what I want you to do is I want a photograph, okay, and maybe using an iPhone, something like that.
Yep.
I want you to film yourself shooting your dad with as many bullets as possible.
Okay.
Okay, with your
I'll
with your
do
new
it.
gun. Okay, you're probably not going to use too much of the Arctic camouflage over in Australia because I don't think they have a lot of snow in Sydney. But
Yeah, but it could be good for hiding in trees.
it could be good for hiding in trees. Okay, so that's what I want from you. All right. So now that you've got your new gun, I want to see as many bullets as possible. We're talking hundreds. Okay. So
I'll try.
maybe even use more than one gun.
Fine.
So shake hands on the closure of the deal. You've now got your new gun. All the best in Australia.
Thanks.
No worries.